here, and welcome to my channel. For this lesson, is about the last 5 most important dominant chords in jazz blues, in my opinion. And I hope you will use some time to learn the shapes. You can find them. I have a tab just before the backing track at the end of the video. There will be some tabs that you can see the chords. So try to learn the shapes at first, then try to learn to use the shapes on a jazz blues or the jazzy blues, or just use the chords. Actually, the 7#9 chords are really used a lot by Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan, so it's not just jazzy chords, but I think they are mainly jazz chords. Try to learn the shapes at first, then try to use them when you play. You can try to use them on the backing track that I made, and then as the third thing, try to recognize the sound of the chords. That is really important. So when you hear somebody play these chords, you say, aha, that is a 13th flat at 9, or this is a sharp 9 and a flat at 9. It's not that difficult. It's just about really learning 10 chords, learning them really good, and not just learning the shapes, but also the sound of the chords. Okay, let's take a close look at these jazzy chords. But the first ones I will show you are the 7 sharp 9, E7 sharp 9 here, and played here also, and up here. And this is really, apart from using it in jazz, it's also called the Jimi Hendrix chord. Like you have these. It's also the Stevie Ray Vaughan chord. Etc. So it's used both in jazz and in blues, especially in blues. With Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan, they use these chords all the time. Let's take the first one. Down here you take an E at first, straight E, then you take off the 3rd finger, so you get an E7. Right? This is a plain E, taking off this finger, so you get an E7. And then you put your 4th finger down on the 2nd and the 1st string here in the 3rd fret. Next one is up here, where you play the E9, the straight E9 here. And then you just add, the 9 is up here in the top. You have a root, a major 3rd, a flat 7, and a 9 up here. So when you move this 9 up half a step, you get a sharp 9, E7 sharp 9. Okay, and the last one is up in the 12th fret. I have in the 12th fret, I have my 2nd finger here on the 6th string, and the 11th fret. 11th fret, the 5th string, 1st finger. Again up in the 12th fret, the 4th string, I have my 3rd finger, and down on the 3rd string I have my 4th finger. So and the next one is a I play these 2 5-1s here in the key of C, which is it's a D-7, and then I go down to a G7 flat 9. So instead of the sharp 9 we had before, this is the sharp D7 sharp 9. The 9 in the chord, the 9 chord is this note. So this is the sharp 9, and when you go up to this one, it's the sharp one. This is a straight 9, and down to this one is a flatted 7. The way I play that one is that I have my first finger over the 4, or especially the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd string. I put this over as a bar, and then I take up in the 10th fret here with my 2nd finger, and I take in the same fret, the 10th fret, down on the 3rd string with my 3rd finger. I have to move this one down here, so you can see I come from the 9, and then I have to get down to this one, so I put this over as a bar. What I play is actually the 2, the 5, then I start with the 7 sharp 9, going down to the 7 flat 9, and down to the 1 chord. And then I go up to the 6th chord, playing this A7 sharp 9. So it's the 2, obviously it's the 2 because we are in the key of C, so D minor is the 2, G is the 5, G7 sharp 9, flat 9, both the 5 chord, the 1 chord, and the 6th chord is A. And you can test that if you play up the C scale, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? This is an A. So A is the 6th in this cadence. So you have D-7. So if you play it like this, G7 sharp 9, C7 flat 9, and back to the 1 chord, 7, C7. It could also be C major 7 would be, and we end up at the 6, which is a A7 sharp 9. Okay, now I need just one more chord, and here I play down here, also 2 5-1s, straight D-7, which is the 2 in a C major. And then you have this great chord here. This is a G13 flat 9. It's a great chord for if you want to add a half whole tone diminished scale to your blues playing. Then you can really play over this one. Robin Ford used that a lot. But it's again D-7 is the 2, the G, which is G13 here, flat at 9. We have the 2, the 5, and we get down to the 1 chord, which is a D major 7, C major 7, excuse me, of course, in the key of C. So you have 2, 5, 1. And the way you play this chord is you take a 13th, maybe you know this shape. Never mind, you take the 3rd fret on the 4th string, here, 3rd fret, the 4th string, yes, the 1st finger here, and and you go down here to the 4th fret, the 3rd string, and 4th finger here in the 5th fret, the 2nd string, and then you add this out sounding. It's flat at 9 up here. You can hear it sounds a little bit, because this as the same as this G7 flat 9. It's just not a 13th, this one, but they're quite connected somehow. Can you play this C major 7? You have the 1st finger over the 5 first strings here, the 3rd fret, and on the 4th fret, the 3rd string, you have the 2nd finger, and up in the 5th fret, the 4th string, you have the 3rd finger, and down on the 2nd string you have the 4th finger. I'll write down on tab these chords just after this, explaining them. And then you have the end chord here, which is one of these 7 sharp 9 shakes. I showed you, I think it was up here I showed you before.